Hi there and welcome to Simply Tech. In this episode I thought I'd go back and revisit the CAMGO 4K Action Cam and have a look at some of its image quality in a bit more detail. To navigate through the menu you just use the up and down buttons located on the side, and in here we'll see all the functions that the camera is capable of, including time-lapse in 3 or 5 second increments. We've got loop, which loops video in 2 or 5 minute increments. We've got slow-mo, which records at half or quarter speed. Of course, 4K, 2K, high definition and 720p video. We've got the timer to count down before you take a photo. Burst mode, which records 3 or 5 images per second. And of course the photo mode. All that coming up just after this. So the first thing we're going to have a look at is the image quality. Now you do get a pretty decent image from the 20 megapixel sensor with no zoom, but once you begin zooming in, you do get quite a lot of pixelation in the image, as we can see. And one of the things that become quite apparent is that you do get quite a lot of chromatic aberration in the image. In other words, when you begin to zoom in, the color tends to smear a little bit. One of the things that really become apparent in here is the 170 degree fisheye lens. That really puts quite a big curve on the image. When we look at the video tends to have a pretty decent color reproduction. I'm not expecting too much. Once you begin zooming in, again, the image becomes quite grainy and unusable here, as we can see in the 4x zoom. One of the standout functions of this camera is the slow motion. It does record at 1920 by 1080, so you get full high definition. And what I've done here is put the slow-mo on at a quarter speed. So we can see that it does produce quite a decent image in there. This was the first image that I took with time-lapse. As we can see, our little friend the snail really hauling along right there. One thing with time-lapse, don't look at the camera, because these type of things can happen. All of a sudden this wave comes up and next thing you know your camera ends up getting all wet. Alright, burst mode is another interesting function, but as I was walking along the area I did come across this very interesting sign, 2 deaths in this area. This is what happened. I took image number 1, shot image number 2, and what you begin to notice here is a surge of the wave. The wave comes straight up and came 6 feet above the lip of the cliff, knocking me straight back. Overall, this camera is quite decent and I think you can get quite good use out of the functions that are there. But I hope you did like this video, and remember to hit like and subscribe for updates on new content.